Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Sekta 2025 Sustainable Energy and Green Technology Application. I would like to tell you about real-time air quality monitoring with topic toward green sustainability Giliang Island. My name Agus Muklisin. You can call me Agus. I'm an electrical engineering department, Faculty of Advanced Technology and Multidiscipline, Universitas Airlangga. On my slideshow, it is a global carbon dioxide emission in the world. You can access in climate.gov. The amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere in blue line has increased along with human emission in gray line since the start of industrial revolution in 1750. This carbon emission can cause climate change, and the effect are rising global temperature, melting ice and glaciers, so sea level will be rise, and extreme weather events such as uh, hurricane, flood, etc. So I would like to tell you about the greenhouse effect. This is a natural greenhouse effect. So our Earth gets solar radiation from sun. So this solar radiation uh, will be more heat escape into space because uh, the greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, uh, nitrogen oxides in a normal thickness. So the solar radiation will be radiated less re-emitted heat into our Earth. But if we uh, have more carbon emission, so the greenhouse gases will be uh, increase the thickness because content of carbon dioxide, methane will be increased too. What the effects? Uh, Solar radiation from the sun will be more emitted heat into our Earth, and then a little or less heat escape into the space. So the temperature in our Earth will be increased. This phenomena called greenhouse effect. So, how we can reduce carbon dioxide emission? There are six components of the energy transition strategy on world energy transition in 2015. There are renewable energy resources, energy conservation and efficiency, electrification in end use sector, etc. In 2015, we have a target to reduce carbon dioxide emission around in 36.9 gigaton carbon dioxide per year. So, reducing global carbon emission requires a mix of technological policy and behavior strategies. Here, the main strategies used worldwide, such as transition to renewable energy, improve energy efficiency, electrification and clean transport, hydrogen and its derivatives, carbon capture and storage or CCS, etc. One of the combination of technological policy and behavioral strategies is the implementation of carbon trading. So let's talk about the carbon trading. Carbon trading aims to support effort to reduce greenhouse gas emission and achieve the net zero emission target by 2016. Carbon trading is a system where companies or entities that produce greenhouse gas emission can buy or sell REC to pollute or carbon unit. Same as principal economic, there are four main components such as manufacturer, product, marketplace, and consumer. Manufacturer is a companies that can reduce carbon emission. In Indonesia, like Pertamina Geothermal Energy, PT PCB UP Muara Karang, PT PLN Indonesia Persero, which project pembangkit listrik tenaga air mini hidro or PLTM, etc. So this manufacturer produce uh, carbon credit and will be audited with standard measurement. What is the product for the carbon trading? There are two products. First one is PT by PU product. This is the business actor who exceeds the given stamp can purchase carbon units from business actor who have excess stamp. The second product is Sertifikat Pengurangan Emisi Gas Rumah Kaca or SPE-GRK. Is a certificate of proof of emission reduction that has record in the National Climate Change Control Registry System. This certificate usually called by carbon credit. So the customer can buy carbon credit in the marketplace. In Indonesia, marketplace is IDX Carbon or Indonesia Carbon Exchange. How about the customer? The customer is factories with excess carbon pollution. So the factories can buy carbon credit from the manufacturer that can reduce the carbon emission in the marketplace. So how about the rule of our government? Our government make a policy to control carbon pollution with presidential regulation number 90X in 2021. So to support this carbon trading, we need real-time air quality monitoring to measure carbon dioxide and oxygen. Okay, let's talk about the Kili Iang Island. We can go to the Kili Iang Island from Surabaya to Sumeneb around 4 until 5 hours, and then we must go to Gili Iang from Pelabuhan Dungke by put in around 1 until 1.5 hours. Kiliang is an inhabited island around 9.15 kilometers square in Dungka district, Sumeneb Regency, East Java, with a population of around 8,000 until 8,600 people living in two villages. There are Banras and Pancamara. Kiliang Island is known as Oxygen Island, with the highest oxygen content in Indonesia and the second highest in the world. The highest oxygen level in the world is Laut Mati, Jordania. It is around in 31% oxygen levels. And then the second highest is Gili Indonesia. The oxygen level around 20 until 21.5% oxygen level. So, Kiliang is the real case study in the application of green technology, environmental cleanliness, and health tourism development. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the next slide. This is text in the product development. First is requirement identification. We need to identification the requirement to build the product. The next stage is concept development. From the requirement, we can make a concept. It means maybe in block diagram. And then from this concept, we can make a detailed design. Something like we can make a schematic, make a PCB design, mechanical design, etc. And then we can assembly for the component. After that, we can go to next stage is calibration and testing. After the product have calibrated and testing, we can implementation the air quality monitoring system to Gili Yang Island. Okay, first step is requirement identification. To identify the requirement, a field survey was conducted. This requirement identification will be used as a reference in designing the air quality monitoring. So, our team already survey to Gili Yang Island, so we can get the requirement identification such as first one is oxygen level on Gili Yang Island range between 20 until 21.5 data by Lapan in 2006. Gili Yang Island, which is said to have high oxygen level, generally has low carbon dioxide level of around 390 until 400 ppm. In Gili Yang, AC power source available in 220 volt AC. So this measurement will be installed at the Puskesmas Pembantu or Pustu, which is the support health center on Kili Iang Island. The last one is with additional feature, completely with information port in the form of running tag. So this requirement identification will be used as a reference in designing the air quality monitoring. Okay, this is the concept of weather station by Prisma Mekantoro in 2023. There are two two station. First one is field station, and the second is base station. The field station consists of two microcontroller ports, such as microcontroller port 1 to handle all of the sensor, and the second microcontroller port handle communication to real-time database, also to lock the data into SD card storage. Okay, all sensor such as anemometer, wind vane, rain gauge, temperature, and humidity sensor, barometric pressure sensor. This is handled by weather station sensor shields called by Davis. So Davis and microcontroller port 1 will be communication by serial or USART. And the other parameters, such as in solar cell, we need to know about the voltage current sensor. Actually, voltage and current in analog outputs, so we need external ADC. Same as carbon dioxide sensor, also carbon monoxide sensor, also the output is analog output. So this analog output will be read in this external ADC, analog to digital converter, and then we will communicate with microcontroller port 1 by using I2C protocol. I2C protocol also used by oxygen sensor. So after microcontroller port 1 get all parameter, microcontroller port 1 will be send data to the microcontroller port 2 with serial communication. Then microcontroller port 2 will be sent to real-time database. After we send all parameter into real-time database, we can see all parameter with a computer server and Android mobile phone. So we can see on your mobile phone all parameter that we need. This is microcontroller port 2 also lock all data into the SD card storage about the time and date get from to NTP server. Okay, let's go to the selection of sensors. There are two sensors, such as oxygen sensor and carbon dioxide sensor. Okay, the requirement for oxygen sensor is oxygen level around 20 until 21.5%. So we can use oxygen sensor SEN 0465 DFR oxygen sensor with specification detection range about 0 until 25% volume of oxygen level. So this sensor meet requirement to send oxygen in the Gili Island. Also, the other specification, supply voltage needs in 3.3 volt until 5.5 volt DC. So we can use to supply this sensor by 5 volt DC. And then this sensor have communication interface using I2C with resolution 0.1% volumetric of oxygen level, and then the sensor have response time not more than 15 second. Okay, the second sensor is carbon dioxide sensor. The requirement is carbon dioxide level of around 390 until 400 ppm. This is carbon dioxide level in Gili Island. So to support this carbon dioxide level measurement, we can use a carbon dioxide sensor DFR-MK X11 with specification analog outputs range between 2.7 until 4.1 volt. So the output of carbon dioxide sensor DFR-MK 811 is analog output. So we need analog to digital converter. This sensor operation voltage is around 3.7 until 5 volt. So we can use 5 volt DC. The measurement range uh, 0 until 10,000 ppm with accuracy plus minus 100 ppm at 400 ppm with response time not more than 20 seconds. Uh, so we can make the block diagram for air quality monitoring. There are consist two sensor, oxygen sensor and carbon dioxide sensor. For oxygen sensor, we use protocol communication with I2C. And then for the carbon dioxide sensor, the outputs are analog, so we need to the IDS 1115 external IDC module. So as you know, we use a microcontroller Arduino Mega 2560. We have analog to digital resolution in 10 bit. So we can increase the resolution measurement of carbon dioxide sensor by using the external ADC module, because this ADC external module have resolution in 16 bit. The output of this air quality monitoring are oxygen display and carbon dioxide display. We can use a 4-digit 7 segment in 5-inch display. To drive this display, we need use TPIC 6596 module. So we need two module for this case. To drive this module, we need Arduino Mega to give digital output to this module. For auxiliary, the air quality monitoring also completely with running tech with Texas 100 length and 20 centimeters width. Okay, from this concept or block diagram, we can uh, detail design. We can make a schematic. We can make a PCB design. Maybe we can use by Eagle or Tinkercad, etc. So this is the schematic of our quality monitoring. This is a microcontroller with Arduino Mega, and then there are two sensor. Uh, this is oxygen sensor with communication I2C using I2C. So connect to pin SDA and SCL. And then the second sensor are carbon dioxide sensor. The output is analog output, so it will be connect to analog input pin on Arduino Mega. The display, there are two display, oxygen display and carbon dioxide display with uh, 4-digit 7 segment in 5 inch. So to drive this display, we need this module, two module. We also can design the mechanical hardware or maybe casing, mounting, etc. Something like this picture. Okay, after we design, detail design, we need to order the PCB, and then we need to order the all of component we need. Also uh, we need to assembly all the component. So if we have finished to assembly, we can go to the next stage is calibration and testing stage. So the testing location is in Universitas Airlangga, kampus di Surabaya, Indonesia. We use uh, oxygen sensor test with Lutron PO2 250 oxygen meter. And for the carbon dioxide sensor is tested with Lutron GC 202X, and we can get accuracy and precision test result by Prisma Megantoro et al. In 2023 with oxygen sensor average error is 4.32 with accuracy uh, 95.68% and precision in 98.8%. So this is accurate and precision. And we can get carbon dioxide sensor with average error in 11.26 with accuracy 88.74% with precision is 54%. This graphic show the oxygen dataset was recorded 24 hours on January 6, 2023 by Megantoro in Universitas Airlangga, we can see that the oxygen level in Universitas Airlangga is around 21.5%. It means our monitoring of quality air can run very well with this data. So, okay. Okay, the last one stage is implementation stage. We have community development in Kili Yang in 2024. This is the uh, air quality monitoring system. Uh, this implementation of air quality monitoring system on Kili Yang Island. So all of you will be visit to Kili Yang Island, of course, with me to see this air quality monitoring system and then to maintenance, to evaluate, maybe to see the real time oxygen concentration and carbon dioxide concentration in Kiliang Island. So how about the next season? Okay, the next meeting we will discuss about this case study. Presidential Regulation number 90X 2021 regulated the economic value of carbon with one effort to reduce emission being through carbon trading. So all of you will be discuss how this regulation will be implemented in Indonesia with considering of four aspects. There are first one in policy aspect. So all of you will be discuss the rule of government and companies. The second aspect are technological aspect. So this technological aspect need to audited with standard measurement. Maybe all of you can propose a concept to measure carbon emission in Indonesia. And then the third aspect is economic growth target in Indonesia. Also, the last one is carbon emission reduction target in Indonesia. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. I say sorry if I have a mistakes. See you in Universitas Airlangga. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.